All right, so we're cleared for takeoff. Now it's not uncommon these days to come across gifted individuals, especially artisans, who are self-taught. However, what makes our next story, or our first story tonight, truly stand out is the age of our hero. True to her name, Sweetness, this 13-year-old girl has not only demonstrated an exceptional talent for video editing, but has also mastered the craft with such remarkable precision that even the most seasoned professionals are left in awe. Only Okolo shares the sweetness of this young prodigy.
A 30 seconds work done by Sweetness Omelime under 45 minutes of being in her school in Benin. The whole concept of video editing is exciting for her.
Just about importing the video, then you cut out the unwanted parts, add up some effects and transitions, then you maybe some background music, then you can export and have your video.
An editing pro at 13 with expertise in Adobe Premiere Pro 2022, YouTube, a multimedia streaming platform is our ultimate guide.
When I started editing, I started with it, but there was also the 2019 on the system. So after a while, when I was used to using the 2022 version, I checked out the 2019, and I would say it was not as good and updated as the 2022 version, and I'm already used to this one. But there are other newer versions of Adobe, but I'll stick to the one I have now.
For something which started as her filling the gap in her dad's church, it has fast become a choice occupation.
Editing is like an hobby now because I'm already used to it. For my profession, I want to be a medical doctor. I also take editing as an occupation.
The former media person left the church. I needed a replacement, and when I bought the computer, the gaming PC, I just called her one evening and said, let's go to church, let me teach you the little I know about editing. My hopes were I'll teach her how to import, cut, and then any short clip we can put on Facebook, on YouTube, and so on and so forth. So I showed her, and then exploring together, we used the internet, we went on YouTube, did a few research, and before we were through for that evening, she was the one teaching me.
She's not just a pro editor, she's an ace student.
She's apt when it comes to her education. Not only education, but she's apt in doing things. But looking at her initially, you would think she's withdrawn. She's this academic kind of person. But she's one of those special children, I'll tell you, that has the ability to learn things and to influence others with it.
Sweetness is not a loud type. She's not loud, but smart, calculative, and also focused.
With video editing considered a 21st century skill, due to the rapid rise of digital content creation and increasing demand for visually engaging video content across industries, her choice of skill or interest seems rather futuristic and germane.
We try as much as possible to keep her study time, but she also needs time to learn skills, so that because to combine the two in the future, it will be relevant to her.
Because we look at the curriculum of education now, it's all about skill acquisition, what you can do for yourself after school. Yeah, we will teach social media.
This further reiterates the Ministry of Education's standpoint on skill-based education for holistic cognitive process of students.
A video editing pro at 13, when at my age, I'm yet to grasp even Adobe Pro. Well, I guess you may say that she has age on her side. All right, but congratulations to her. Now imagine the overwhelming emotions a family feels when their joy at the birth of twins is overshadowed by the reality of having conjoined children. And for years, Hassana and Husseina's family faced both hope and heartbreak as they navigated a future filled with uncertainty. But just when it seemed all hope might fade, a light appeared on the horizon. Now, through the selfless efforts of kind-hearted individuals and organizations like the Global Initiative for Peace, Love and Care, more than 100 million naira has been raised to fund a life-changing surgery for the twins, offering them a chance to finally live apart and thrive. Here is Elizabeth Omoroye, who witnessed the emotional moment as checks were presented not only to the twins, but also to 12 other children facing severe medical challenges.
Life and health challenges are often complex, especially when children are involved. Experts say medical conditions can arise from genetics, lifestyle, or environmental factors. Beyond the physical pain and emotional trauma, the financial burden can overwhelm families, draining joy from their homes. To restore hope, the Global Initiative for Peace, Love and Care, a non-governmental, non-faith-based organization, has been supporting individuals with severe medical conditions. Mohammed, once employed at a poultry farm in Kebbi State, lost his job and nearly lost hope as medical bills for his conjoined twins mounted. Today, his dream of seeing his daughters, Hassana and Husseina, live normal lives is finally within reach.
The Almighty Allah, the creator of everything in this earth. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to guide, protect, and bless this GIPLC for this kind sport. And also, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to guide and protect the well-wishers, supporters to the GIPLC.
Several other children with critical medical conditions requiring surgeries also received financial assistance. For over a decade, Nuhu Kwajafa, the national coordinator of GIPLC, alongside dedicated partners, have been leading the charge for humanitarian causes.
So it's so expensive having children out of the country. So we're discussing with our partners to see how we can have a hospital in Abuja here, even if not a big one, but at least that will take care of vulnerable children in community that can't have the basic need.
Private individuals can come together and support such platforms that are very trustworthy, that can reach out to people like this so that they can help the younger ones who are challenged, physically challenged or any way challenged.
Acts of kindness like this serve as reminders that compassion matters and collective efforts can bring about life-changing transformations in society.
Now, our next story is a heartbreaking reality of a 400-level medical student at Edo State University. Now, with each passing semester, the fear of being forced to abandon studies looms larger. Yet, against all odds, this medical student refuses to surrender. And here is our correspondent, Olayinka Ujo, with this story.
The present political administration's campaigns is to institute student loan scheme to enable Nigerians seeking tertiary education achieve their aspirations.
There will be student loan if you cannot finance yourself.
To deliver on the promises made, President Tinubu on the 3rd of April 2024 signed it into law. The scheme is to break financial barriers associated with accessing higher education for indigent students. Today, hundreds of thousands of students have been benefited, and many will still benefit from the scheme. Worried over how she would pay her tuition fee as it rose from a little above 1 million naira to more than 3.2 million naira, this 400-level student had doubts about the initiative.
We actually believe about it, but I just felt that it's not really something that I really saw happening, coming to pass, you get.
Emanuela Afuegba, who hails from Delta State, is a 400-level medical student at the Edo University and the last daughter in a family of 5. She is one among hundreds of thousands who have benefited from the scheme.
It has been a big relief for me and my family, especially in the sense that medicine is a very, very expensive course in my school. I have peace of mind when I'm reading because my school fees has been paid in full.
To make many who do not believe in the scheme believe that the loan is interest-free and students who want to apply do not have to know anyone in high places, this happened.
Have you met anybody from Nelson? But you're getting the loan from us.
Managing Director Nelfund gave insights into questions around what, who, how, when, and why in relation to the students' loan scheme and what makes it different from other types of loans.
If you take a loan to buy a car, the car can be repossessed and be taken away from you. If you take a loan to build a house, the house can be taken away from you. So if you're going to take a loan for anything, it has to be a generation. If you miss this opportunity, it's one that will affect generations in families.
We are going to collaborate with you for a very aggressive sensitization to ensure that almost all the students of Edo State benefit from this laudable initiative.
The sensitization climaxed with the stakeholders' engagement between Nelfund and different groups from the 3 senatorial districts of Edo State.
All right, let's change gears. Now, the word mortuary often sends an eerie chill down the spine. It conjures up all sorts of unsettling images, whispers of the dead, ghostly laughter in the night, and even bodies moving on their own. But how much of this is really true? And to unravel the mystery behind what is in the mortuary, Momso Amian Dati spent a day inside the mortuary of the National Hospital here in Abuja. It's a place many fear, but few truly understand. Guess who was her guide? A 70-year-old mortician who had spent over 45 years handling the delicate transition between life and the afterlife.
Beyond the fear is a world of science and precision. The mortuary is not just a cold, dark building filled with lifeless bodies. It is part of the histopathology department, where professionals perform critical medical examinations, identifying diseases, determining causes of death, and ensuring proper documentation.
Histopathology is someone that studies tissue samples just to know or to find out the cause of diseases, the cause of death in case of postmortem.
As Baba Casco led me through the corridors, I found myself in the autopsy room.
There's nobody here, so this is quite a big relief, yes. But the autopsies are done in the presence of the doctors performing the autopsies and also the morticians that assist.
Where are the morticians? See us, give me this, do this, do this. And when they finish their own, we put back all the organs into the person. Then we do the reconstruction perfectly.
My heart pounded. The stainless steel table, the organized charts, the overwhelming silence. It was nothing like the haunted stories I had heard.
This place, I opened it 1999, October 12th. And you see, we keep it very neat. So it's part of the mortician job to make the place clean and keep proper records. Tomorrow, she may come to me and say, give me a PM report of so years. These are the files. We have staff, there were about 13, training them, coming up, see him, he is the second person next to me.
You know, a mortician work is not only to work and earn salary. You work for people. If everybody said I will not do, everybody said I will not, then who will do it? And the society need these services.
Then came the moment of truth, stepping into the body storage room.
So for the very first time in my life, I'll be accessing a morgue live and direct. I'm quite scared, but the assurance from the mortician is actually keeping me calm. So let's see what's in here. Please come along.
And I won't lie, I hesitated.
Oh my God, this is what it looks like. I was thinking I'll actually not be able to withstand it, but here I am. It's okay.
There is nobody that wakes up from the dead. I spent 7 years in Zaria, 1976, 19 years in Jos University Teaching Hospital, and then 19 years here in National Hospital. I have retired already. No, the management decided to keep me. Very passionate in the job. I like it. If I do not do an autopsy, I'm not happy. As I finish autopsy, I eat my pepper soup. I have never dreamt of anything.
I found not horror, but order Neatly arranged bodies lay in their designated places, each carefully recorded.
These are the fridges that will keep our beloved dead bodies. We will give respect to them.
A scare that wasn't.
If the person died, the preservation should take place immediately before the color begin to change. What made the color to change is the breakdown of the red cells. There is no more oxygen, and our preservation is chemical preservation. Some of them, they are here since last year.
Just when I was settling into the environment, the door suddenly burst open. My heart nearly leaped out of my chest. Had I spoken too soon? It turned out to be Mr. Sonny, the receptionist.
No. I'm a staff here. There's nothing to be scared of.
No noise.
No noise at all.
Nobody ever scared you? Why are you going to sleep?
He declined an interview, but gave me a glimpse of his office, meticulously kept records and an air of professionalism.
The relative is being received here. We have a computer that will type in the name, every disease, and we also have the hard copy of the register.
In the corner, 2 beautifully crafted caskets stood, ready to take their occupants to their final resting places.
It is in our tradition. If you are taking the body tomorrow, you have to bring the casket against tomorrow for proper preparation.
With one last look around, I exhaled deeply. So next time you hear those old wives' tales, remember this: the mortuary is not a place of fear, but one of science, dignity, and respect.
Momso, you mean you could still take a second look? Wow, you're on your own. Oh my God. Let's come back to reality. Well done. Arinta Waterfall may not be widely known, but it's a natural wonder, a perfect escape for the hustle and bustle of daily life. Now, tucked away in the serene hills of Iponle-Iloro, just a few kilometers from the famous Ikogosi Warm Springs, it offers tranquility and beauty. And for the NUJ members in Ekiti State, it was the ideal getaway to immerse in nature's simplicity and majesty. Ulukemi Soni brings us the frills and thrills of this discovery.
Accessing the Arinta waterfall is quite easy. In about 1 hour, 30-minute drive from Ado-Ekiti, the state capital, as the roads leading to the town are smooth and in good shape. Located in a quiet community, Arinta waterfall from the gate to the actual fall is a beauty to walk through and very accessible for children and the elderly. With a long steep valley, ridges, tall trees, lush green vegetation, rugged hills, one can feel the cold effect of this fall from about 10 meters away. Arinta waterfall is made up of 7 different layers, each with its unique features. And one of these is that the more the population of people inside this water, the more the water rushes. Also, water from this fall is believed to have medicinal values and power to cure skin diseases. The waterfall has been in existence before Oba Alakpa Ajalorun, one of the grandchildren of Oduduwa, who founded the town in the 14th century.
When they settled there, they now discover that they can hunt. A day, then one of the hunters started moving to various directions to go and hunt. On getting here, he was so surprised to see this wonderful work of God. By the time he returned home, they now call it Arinta. The meaning of Arinta is like, I trek and I hunt, I now see a wonder.
These sounds, sensations, and the sight of nature's beauty became an unforgettable afternoon for members of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Ekiti State chapter, whose experience would have been incomplete if they didn't go into the water.
When you look at the environment, it's a very peaceful and serene environment. And when you also look at the way the water is gushing, there's something that is very, very significant about it, is that the more you make noise, the more excited you are, the more the water keeps coming. Ekiti is really blessed.
We can enjoy ourselves, we can release the steam in us, and that is the reason why we're here.
So we have been hearing about it before, but being
here be here today, we were able to see for ourselves.
Though the waterfall is not regarded as a deity or worshipped, it has one stone among the 7 cascades, which is about 25 cm in diameter, believed to be a mystery, so heavy to the extent that, up till this day, nobody has been able to lift it. You might just create a Guinness Book of Record by becoming the first person to lift this stone on your visit to the Arinta waterfall in Ekiti State.
All right, and of course that was the Arinta waterfall in Ekiti State. Arinta waterfall in Ekiti State. And brings us to our first point where we'll take our first break. Don't go away. Newsline will be back in a moment.
Search it.
All right, welcome back to Newsline. Now, what do you say to those who lift people above poverty, especially women, so often seen as the face of poverty? Perhaps words are not enough, or perhaps the best way to say thank you is by thriving, leading, and lifting others in return. And for 38 years, one organization has walked beside women, not just helping them rise, but also thrive. And when these women succeed, LAPO makes sure they are seen and celebrated. The next story looks at how the Lift Above Poverty organization, LAPO, has been driving this mission. And Aonli Okolo reports for Newsline.
LAPO initiatives have over the years continued to touch on the SDGs 1, 3, and 6 with a life-changing mission of providing financial, health, and social services across Africa. This LAPO Outstanding Women's Leadership Awards is to honor and celebrate women who have excelled in different categories such as professional life, farming, and business. They are awarded 500,000 Naira grant, an increase from previous year's awards.
Since I joined LAPO, the money I used to collect from there, I buy my goods in bulk, and now people also come to me to grow.
I want to say thank you to the CEO, a very precious father, who has taken this call upon himself to drag people out of the mud and put them in an enviable height.
We have consistently advocated for policies and programs that eliminate gender barriers or gender-based discrimination.
This event is a reminder that progress is not automatic. It requires collective action, policy reform.
Together we can appreciate, accelerate action, and create a more just and equitable society. So once again, congratulations to all our awardees. Thank you for your dedication and leadership.
A Lifetime Achievement Award presented to former Vice Chancellor of the University of Benin, Professor Lilian Salami.
On behalf of Professor Lilian Salami, and indeed, she's actually my sister, somebody I admire so well, somebody I have studied very well in terms of governance, in terms of what is needed to improve university governance in this country.
Later wonder the keynote's address centers on the theme Breaking Barriers, Accelerating Equity.
So if we work together, we'll build a world where every woman and girl can live free of discrimination and violence, and a world where every woman and girl can thrive and succeed to achieve her full potential.
Their stories are testaments to their ability to be able to face challenges of life. They've turned obstacles into stepping stones.
To be chosen as one of the awardees, it shows that LAPO has been tracking my success.
For the founders, however, the success story of LAPO is a testament of breaking free and staying true to purpose.
Somebody said, better to fail than not to start at all. So I want to encourage women too in that same line. That better they start something and fail. And when they fail, they learn from it as well. Because failure sometimes is a stepping stone to success.
Now gradually I'm stepping back. So you have people, capable people are now, taking on. Definitely I think they will improve.
The organization has several financial solutions open to every strata of the society, with 536 locations across Nigeria.
All right, now man is guided by laws and shaped by his religious values that promote a healthy society. This year, the fasting seasons of Islam and Orthodox Christianity are another coincidence, a development that can be tagged as unity in fasting. Talatu Ezelike explores what this coincidence means for the spirituality of Nigerians.
Islam and Christianity are the two major religions practiced in Nigeria, playing pivotal roles in shaping values and morals of young people. We visited a secondary school in Abuja to explore how these religions coexist and promote harmony.
Letting me know whether Muslim or Christian were the same.
To motivate them to be more kind, to be charitable to people.
For these students, it is fasting time during Ramadan, observed in the 9th month of the Islamic calendar, which fell on the 1st of March, while Orthodox Christian students observe Lent from the 5th of March. This spiritual coincidence strengthens religious harmony, highlighting the long-existing cordial relationship between the two faiths.
It helps us to develop our religious practices and also to improve them after the month of Ramadan.
Cleansing season is also teaching us to forgive our neighbors and our friends and everybody.
A notable example of religious harmony is this building at Mulumfashi Close, which once housed the Christian Pilgrims Commission. Under the Hajj, this shared space facilitated pilgrimage activities for both Muslims and Christians. The Nigeria Interreligious Council, NIRIC, further promotes interfaith dialogue and harmony.
The lesson to us is for us to support one another. It's for us to cohabit. It's for us to co-understand one another. And it's for us to shun any form of violence.
In the issue of nation building, we should see ourselves as one entity. We are one body. We are one. Let us not allow anything to divide us, be it religion, be it culture, be it ethnicity. It shouldn't divide us.
Senator Oluremi Tinubu, a beneficiary of an interfaith marriage, encourages Nigerians to see this coincidence as a divine demonstration of God's desire for unity among citizens.
It's one God, and it's only going to be one God forever. So, and whichever means everybody is going to seek that God, this is the time to seek him. And because God is actually inside every human being, because we're created in his image. But when we say image, do we all look alike? No, we all have to just embody the character of God, to be like God, that created us, that wanted us to be like him. So, and that is about being God-fearing.
By inculcating the right values in young people within an enabling environment, Nigeria can build a stronger nation that guarantees growth and developments.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own native land.
Absolutely embody, the character of God. And Talatu Ezelike actually compiled this report for us, but it was read by Elizabeth Omoruyi. Now, for every Muslim, Iftar is a sacred time of sharing, reflection, and gratitude. And of course, when we come back from this break, we will bring...
Financial System. Announcer, FSRCC.
Ban on the public parade of suspects by the Inspector General of Police, validation of human rights, and more. And gender quota, pathway to inclusive government. On Conversation with relevant stakeholders on NTA Tuesday Live, coming up on the 18th March 2025. Tuesday Live, every week at 10:30 p.m. Inclusive and educative. Join us.
Welcome back. Now, many people, including non-Muslims, eagerly anticipate the iftar, with some seeking the chance to join a Muslim family and experience the warmth of the tradition. Now, Annie Daniels, who has long observed iftar, despite not being a Muslim herself, had the unique opportunity this year to break the fast with a Muslim family here in Abuja. She shares her unforgettable experience with us here on Newsline.
When I was assigned to cover a wedding here in the FCT, I did the best I could, and the families of the bride and groom were so happy they kept in touch with me. Then they invited me to come experience iftar. I mean, break the Ramadan fast with them. I obliged them, especially because I have been observing the Ramadan fast too. On arrival at the home of Iloas, I met a very warm and friendly reception.
Feel free to come into the house now and
It was indeed an exciting moment and opportunity for me. As instructed by the Prophet, we took dates and water. Now time for prayer. The aroma here is inviting. Did I hear you ask if I ate? I wonder why I wouldn't, although not as much as I thought I would, because I took lots of water, zobo, and fruits.
It's a very good one to bring members of the family together as one. Yes, we always pray to Allah to bring about the desired peace, progress, and development for the country. We pray to Allah for Nigerians to love the country and to love one another.
It's a painful act to see children on the street without parents, without caring. As we mothers for the nation, we need to pray for the children.
Yes, you heard right. There is no better time to pray for their country, Nigeria, than now. And who says Allah will not grant our requests? Sure, He will.
And it's good that NTA is promoting unity, culture, peace, and prosperity across the nation.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, Annie. Wa alaikum salam. All right, our next report is one I'm certain will resonate with many couples, especially if you're a Muslim. Now, in fact, it's a topic I've personally had reason to reflect on myself. Now, how do couples maintain intimacy during fasting while still honoring their fasting obligations and, of course, their faith? It's a question I've had to ask myself more than once. Now, sometimes the lines aren't very clear, and this can sometimes lead to misunderstanding between couples. But perhaps Lekon Bonde's story tonight will help shed light on the nuances of this very delicate balance and provide some clarity for those navigating this complex issue.
Fasting is a significant aspect of spiritual devotion exercised by man as an obligation to God in repentance, seeking forgiveness of transgressions while consecrating the body, spirit, and soul to the Almighty God to earn His acceptance. As Muslims observe Ramadan and Christians observe the Lenten fast, abstinence from food, water, and other pleasurable activities like sexual pleasures are used to tame the physical body to be spiritually focused. But oftentimes, the issue of conjugal obligations during fasting has continued to rip homes apart due to misconceptions or lack of adequate understanding, while some have the notion that sex must be done away with in the entire duration of fasting, either the 30-day Ramadan for Muslims or the 40-day Lenten period for Christians.
sunrise till sunset. Within that period, you cannot eat, you cannot drink, you cannot have any relationship, any conjugal something. You cannot. You abstain yourself from anything that can break your fast. But when it is after the iftar, the breaking of the fast, you are free to meet your partner.
1 Corinthians 7:3-5 clarifies these things, that it should be with the agreement of both of them.
Your agreement before going into Lent is that we are going to abstain ourselves from sex, and after Lent, we continue with whatever we do. Therefore, there should be a mutual agreement, definition of time of whatever we are going to do before we get into fasting.
Another question, either rhetoric or otherwise, however, is that if foods and drinks are used to break after each day fast, what makes sexual engagement different? Does it mean it is dirty?
With the agreement of the husband and wife, sex is not sinful.
We have so many things that can break your fast. Eating, drinking, having romance with your wife or any partner that will break your mind. Even watching a video.
Where you are fasting, concentrate yourself, devote yourself in prayer. Don't allow that conjugal act to take the time of God from you. But it will be wrong for you to have sex while you are still praying.
While emphasizing that the only sexual relationship acceptable by God is the one within the context of marriage, religious leaders advised people to take advantage of this auspicious moment to boost their relationship with God and fellow humans and pray for the nation.
You cannot say you love God when your love is not even felt in your action towards your family, towards the people around you.
All right. Now we know when to have the conjugal something. Let's take a short break.
The unit is the naira, while the minor unit is the kobo. They are both in notes and coins. The naira is more than just a medium of exchange. It bears the images of our heroes. So, stop abusing the naira. It is a criminal offense to spray the naira at events. Stop stepping on the naira. It's not your enemy. Do not squeeze, ruffle, or write on the naira. Handling the naira with dirty or oily hands can deface the naira. Love the naira as you love yourself. Be a real Nigerian. Do not abuse the naira.
The stakes are high as the Super Eagles of Nigeria are back in action in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers as the hunt for a ticket to North America heats up. The stage is set as the Super Eagles head to Kigali to take on Rwanda's Amavubi at the Amahoro Stadium on Friday, the 21st of March. Rwanda versus Nigeria. It is first versus fifth in Group C. It is 90 minutes of passion and endless skill. Don't miss a second of the action. Watch it all unfold right here on the 21st of March.
Afro Sport, your freedom of sport.
Now, reaching the milestone of 60 years is a special occasion in anyone's life, a moment of reflection, achievement, and fulfillment. Now, for retired Deputy Corps Marshal and former spokesperson of the Federal Road Safety Corps, BC Kazim, this milestone holds even more significance for him. Now, having spent years navigating the chaotic and often challenging landscape of road safety, dealing with everything from reckless drivers to unyielding traffic hazards, reaching the age of 60 after retiring from such a high-stake environment is a true testament to resilience and perseverance. So, as he steps into his 60th decade, or 6th decade, I should say, the joy of this achievement resonates more deeply. And NTA was there to capture this memorable moment of a man who dedicated so much of his career to making Nigerian roads safer for all.
Birthdays are fleeting moments that mark new chapters, offers opportunity for reflection, while looking forward to a brighter future. It is also a specific day that marks a year gone by and a new beginning that serves as a reminder to set new goals. This is exactly what the 15th of March, otherwise known as the Ides of March, every year means to retired Deputy Corps Marshal, Federal Road Safety Corps, Bisi Kazim. The celebration this year, which is a unique one, recording 60 successful and remarkable years of his earthly sojourn, began with Quranic recitation and prayers. The celebrant was surrounded by family and loved ones on his special day.
I want to take this moment to wish you a very happy birthday to you. Happy 60th birthday. As you celebrate this milestone, I pray that Almighty Allah continues to bless you with good health, happiness, and many more beautiful years ahead.
I wish him long life and prosperity, good health and wealth.
Many more years for him to meet his children.
May we see him and always be happy.
I thank Almighty Allah for bringing him this far.
If you are clocking 60, it means you have to be slow in whatever you do. Not slow in progress, but slow and steady with the race.
Friends and acquaintances also described Bisi Kazim as a jolly good fellow.
He's a fantastic person that I pray that God will preserve him to live long and so that he will be able to even offer more services.
Remember how you live your life and always give thanks to Almighty Allah. And then you also being good to people.
The retired Deputy Corps Marshal par excellence says he is fulfilled for a number of reasons.
The answers are there, but at the end of the day, the joy, outnumber the vices. From 1989 to 2024, definitely I must miss the call.
Bisi Kazim, who successfully retired at the peak of his career as Deputy Corps Marshal, joined the Federal Road Safety Corps as a one-star commander in 1989. He is grateful to God for the milestone achievements.
You know, time is one of those things we can't control, but how we choose to use it, that's all on us. And just like that, our time on Newsline tonight has come to an end. But before me and my colleagues are charged for delving into an approved extra time, always remember, like the ocean, the world is full of uncertainties and opportunities. And hope, well, that's one thing that never really goes out, unlike power supply. So as you step into the new week, keep this in mind. No matter what, always say, I will try again tomorrow. Now go ahead, spin this week around and break a leg. But don't blame me if you sprain an ankle. I'm only wishing you the best of luck. Good night, everyone.
Tech Mode will bridge that gap. Connect great minds while extraying everything about technology as it concerns you.
It is Tech Mode.
Tech Mode is unlocking your tomorrow today.
I have some sugarcane in my car. When this case is finished, they should come to my car and collect the sugarcane.
Sugar cane, anga.